Okay, we're about to start, everyone, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because my magic hands wasn't feeling very well, but he's much better now. We've both felt a little bit rough this week, but much better. Thank you for all the lovely messages and comments that we've had about getting him better, because I certainly need him fighting fit. Week before, we had a little bit of internet trouble, so we have got a system in place in case that happens again, where we will just record what we are filming now and share it straight after. So in theory, nothing could go wrong. So because we thought we'd ease back in, I thought I'd do my most challenging kind of live video, which is 10 cards in 20 minutes. It will be, however, I will need sip breaks. So that needs to be taken into account when we start the clock. And unlike last time, I have done the teeniest bit of prep work. So last time I had nothing done. I was going to make them from start to finish. So this time I have cheated a little bit, in so much as I have prepared card bases. Now, I don't really feel like this is cheating too hard, because quite often I do have just card blanks sat by my desk ready to go. So I'm hopeful that that I'm not going to be penalised for that. I'm going to use two different products. We're going to use the Christmas in June card kit, and one of the reasons I wanted to use that is because it has these lovely, really big sheets of patterned paper. So this is A4, this is English sized paper, so it's slightly longer and slightly narrower than 8.5 by 11, but as you can see, the pattern papers are really pretty, and I picked out some that didn't have the gold foiling on. Some of them are really pretty, but for the purposes of today, I'm not. And the other collection that I'm going to be using is the Cozy Christmas. So I'm going to make 10 cards in 20 minutes using, as you can see here, I've got 4 pieces of pattern paper from the paper pad and one of the sticker sheets. I did grab a couple of peel-offs that look nice and festive. So I've got black with gold finish, ruby red with gold finish, and this is a gold mirror, mini twinkle. Oh yeah, that's the paper pad that I'm going to be using. And then the Christmas in June, I've pulled out 4 sheets of paper and some of the little postcard toppers, stamps toppers, and just chopped them down. And you just chop them through the circles, and then the edges on them look like postage stamps. So they're really cute. And I also kept the bows and the holly also from that collection. So I've got 2 different collections. So I'm going to do 2 different styles of cards. Now, of course, you could do all 10 in either the style that I use for the Christmas in June or the style that I use for the Cozy Christmas. Okay, so got very flappy last time, got very hot. It was the wrong time of year as well. It was very hot. So I am going to start with doing the 4 from Christmas in June. Are we going to be ready? I feel like I can't look at the comments because I think Liam's being mean. He wouldn't do that, would he? Okay, very important part for this is going to be the trimmer. So you know roughly what I've got out. I'm not going to be using the die cut machine. I think that was a mistake last time. Trying to die cut for every card. So, are we ready? Shall we start? Okay, what's the worst that could happen? So, I'm going to start. So I'm going to take 2 of my patterned papers and I'm going to cut these I'm going to cut them together at the same time at 5 1/4. So, not that prepped, am I? Talking about cheating. He's very rude. Right, so I don't need those anymore. Get those out of the way. And now I'm going to cut at 4. There's 2. And I'm going to cut at 4 again. One of the things that, so you can see for pattern paper wires, from this collection, it works well having the pattern papers in A4. So 4 card bases, tape runner for speed. So we're going to just, in fact, we don't want our cards to fall off. Let's not rush that part. And then I'm going to just stick pattern paper onto a card base. I'm actually feeling myself already getting hot. This was a terrible idea when I'm still not feeling 100%. Never mind. We'll see what happens. Okay. So, card number 3's nearly got pattern paper on it. So we're getting there. We're going. We're moving. Making sure it's the right way up. I think that's always an important part, which I tend to skip. Okay. And then we got number 4. Okay, so now I have 4 card bases with pattern paper. So that was nice and quick. And then I picked, let me show you. So the postage stamps, you get 2 of each design. So I thought the red ones would look nice there, and I thought those ones would go nicely with that paper. And I'm going to cut some strips just to add a belly band. So I'm just going to cut just an inch off of both of these. One inch. Don't need that anymore. And I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to cut them both to 4 inches. And then that way I have got them measured to be the same width as the patterned paper I have on the front of the card. So they can go in the bin. Don't need those. That can go out of the way. So I thought the holly looked cute with the holly in that one. And then I thought the sort of the sky could go behind the Santa here. So let's tape this down. Mr. Ayrton, she's never going to do it. He hasn't got a clue. Okay, I'm going to stick this, again, double checking right way up, about, yeah, like in the sort of a third of the way down, using the lines on my grid mat to make sure that I'm putting that straight. Do the same on the other one. So this is the sort of thing that you want to do if you're getting close to the wire, or if, like me, you've been, eek, that's somewhat crooked. If you've been ill and you haven't made your Christmas cards. That's if you send them, of course. I love making cards. I'm not all that great at actually getting them sent, which is, I've just been told that I've got people voting that I'm going to do it. That's lovely. Thank you, Doris. Right. I'm going to foam up my toppers. Do this. Go pew. And we go up. So we're going to go, oh gosh, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I need to support all the corners. Even if I am in a hurry, I don't want it sagging. Nobody likes a saggy card. Okay, there are my corners there. Let's also do this one. I don't even want to know how much time I've got left, do I? Okay, so they're there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the backing off, get these 2 down. Yeah, no, I like it at the top. Get that on. And then I'm going to repeat for the same for the others. And this is the idea is the factory line. So 1, 2, the right way up, tape, about a third of the way down. Foam and foam. I'm just going to run my finger along the edge to try and encourage those out, but this is the sort of thing I can do when I'm not on a clock. 10 monkey cards in 20 minutes. He's really mean, isn't he? Considering how lovely I was when he was ill. Meanie. Okay, right, so let's try something different for speed. Let's go with bigger pieces, so there's only 2 pieces to remove. Okay, so being told off for them all being the same. Well, they're not. I might need that passing back, please. They're not all the same, but also you only tend to send 1 Christmas card to a person, don't you? So they're not going to know. And then just for a little bit of shiny, I'm going to see if I can pop a little 3D holly in the corner, so it's got some sort of a little added extra. Now obviously gems, peel-offs, all of these sorts of things, and if I get time at the end, I know exactly where I want to put my peel-offs on this. But this is the factory line method. The choose a design. Right, we are 4 done in 8 minutes. I've been told 2 minutes a card. That's not sad. Right, next up we need the little chopper. We're moving on to the Cozy Christmas collection. So I've got my peel-offs, my papers. So these I'm going to chop into, I want 2" by 2" squares, and I need 6 of them. So 2 and 2. That I no longer need, so that can go up there. So this is going to be 4 and 2. 1, 4 and 2. Okay, so now I have 6 little pieces. They can sit there. These, I have got 3, and I'm going to cut 2" strips. Now I don't know if this trimmer's going to manage 3 sheets of pattern paper, but we're going to give it a go. Eek! Just. That was pushing it a little bit. Okay, so we have those. And now, let's make sure we are straight. And now we need 1 more at 2 inches. And there we have those. Don't need that piece of paper now. So these actually all need to be cut. They all need 1/2 inch cutting off them, but I'm going to use the bigger trimmer so that these can be cut down to 5 1/2. Yeah, all in, all at once. There we go. Pinged those across the craft room, but there we are. The job is done. Okay, right, so let's get our card bases, and we are going to flip and stick. This is how it works. We are factory lining, tape runner either side, and we're just going to leave sort of 1/2 inch from the edge, stick it down. 1, 1/2 inch from the edge, and stick it down. And we rinse and repeat until each of these card bases has a piece of really pretty pattern paper. And I'm not flapping, not over the top, not yet. Uh-oh. This tape runner needs to not run out because I don't have another one. And I know that Liam won't allow me to add any time in to grab another one. So, next one. And then the last piece. So being able to cut things at the same time, I think last time I was trying to die cut 10 sheets of pattern paper and that just takes ages. Right, so I've now got 3 different designs. Do you remember these little squares I did? Let's pop a sticker on them. So these were the stickers from the same collection, the Lizi Christmas. And each of these I'm going to stick onto some of the pattern paper. So I'm going to take the top 6 because they are sort of rectangular shaped-ish. So they will work with being stuck nicely onto. And I love this one. Dear Santa, define good. Okay, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stressed, blessed and Christmas obsessed. I cannot wait for Christmas this year. It's going to be our first Christmas in Canada. Last year we went back to England to see our family as we'd only just moved here at that point. Right, so my 6 toppers are now done. At this point, I am going to prioritise peel-offs. So, black, this one's going to be red and gold. So I'm going to pop a peel-off along each edge. And it's this is quite possibly the most time-consuming part of factory lining, but I honestly think it makes such a difference to the card that it's definitely worth it. Just trim off that extra overhang, and then probably got Liam shaking his head out of the corner of my eye, so I'm not going to look. He can shake his head all he likes. As you can see, when I'm butting the ends up, I make sure to trim the top or the bottom of the peel off as I lay it down, because it will have that tiny little gold bit, which will mean the seam will be visible. These ones can take a nice red with a bit of shine as well. So, watching to see if I fail. But we have got some exciting times ahead. We have got our virtual class this weekend, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all at. We have got our lovely guest designers, every one of which now is known. All of the class kits are on their way to everyone if they haven't already received them. And my gosh, those kits, they are, honestly, as a recipient, if I could attend a class like that, I'd be so happy. I've created the class that I would like to attend, I think. We've got some pretty cards, and we've got, you've got 2 whole stamp sets, 2 whole coordinating die sets, an extra die set that's great to have in your stash. Right, so I've peel offed those 4. How am I doing? This was just that little bit darker. It's more of a maroon than the ruby red, so I thought the black peel off width. There we go. There we go. I don't need a stop clock. That's going to make me panic. I mean, 10 cards. These are handmade. They're a little bit stick and put, but I feel like I feel like you're getting the gist. Squares. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if time was not a query, I would quite possibly have mounted this again. Oh, with the robin. You can go here. Rocking around the Christmas tree. That's going to have to go with the Christmas trees. The robins and Dear Santa, define good. Can go with the trees. Okay, so how many minutes have I got now? 1 minute. Okay, let's just quickly pop a few twinkles down. Everybody has enjoyed watching me flap like this, because there is a certain degree of flapping, I will concede, but it's just because I enjoy the challenge of it. This diamond's gone on wonky, so that you've got to come back up. I haven't got time, but I'm going to try. There we go. So oh gosh, so I'm getting screamed at time. So this was 20 minutes and I'm still talking. Oh, that one went wonky. He's not very generous, is he? Right, so I think I did it. So yes, 10 cards, 20 minutes. Now, if it had been like 25 minutes, I would have put peel-offs along the belly bands on these first. Yes, you have got 2 of the same. And then, of course, you've got 2 of each of those. Go and get loads of them done in time for sending out this year. And if not, the amount of times my dad would just turn up and say, oh, have you got a birthday card? Birthday. Or what, you know, whatever other occasion. But anyhow, thank you very much for sticking with me until the end. We will be back back tomorrow, of course. We have release day. We have our December kits launching at 11 AM Mountain Time. Very excited about that. Then we have the Wicked Witches retreat this weekend. I cannot wait to see the Wicked for Good, the second Wicked with our brand new December kit. And then the week after, we are going to be live with a funfold with our brand new kit as well. So we have lots of lovely things coming up, and then thereafter, I think the following week will be 5 in a flash from the kit, just to give you lots and lots of inspiration. We have got some really exciting news regarding our design team. Yes, and I believe that's it. So until next time, well, which will be tomorrow, make something beautiful. Bye.